Team, we're gonna be doing some beef back ribs on a Ninja Woodfire Grill. We're giving it the smoke show, baby. Stick around. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ. Welcome to my backyard. So glad you're here. Guys, it's a beautiful day here in Southern California. So why don't we go ahead and throw some smoke in the air with our wood fire grill. Today we're gonna be doing some beef back ribs. I have a couple racks of them. Now, guys, this isn't like the big dino ribs, okay? These are just the thin ribs off the ribeye, okay? So when you get that ribeye or the rib roast or the prime rib and you have those bones on the back, well, these are those ribs that you usually trim off. They're not the biggest, heartiest ribs there are, but if you treat them right, they're gonna give you tender bites of heaven, and you just eat them off the bone like you would some pork ribs. This is an easy cook, guys, because all we're doing is setting it, forgetting it, okay? We're gonna go low and slow on these bad boys. We're not gonna wrap them. We're not gonna do anything fancy with them. We're just gonna keep an eye on them, give them the smoke, all the smoke you can give, including that initial burn on the smoke. Usually I'll let the wood fire grill go through its ignition process before I add the food. But when we do these heartier cuts of beef or pork or, you know, big roasts, I like to give it all the smoke. So that's why you're gonna see it going from this jump. We have some post oak pellets in there from B&B if you care to know. But what we did to get to this point is we took the ribs out of the cryovac packs. They're not very big. They actually look like they probably took a rack and cut it in half, but you know, it fits very well for the wood fire, okay? If you happen to come across these and it's a fuller rack, you might need to like trim them in half or cut them in half and kind of stack them. But the way this worked out with these two little racks fits perfectly in the wood fire, okay? I dried off the ribs, got them onto a tray. Got to do that binder. This time we're using some hot sauce from the Dark Side of the Grill, Heartbeat hot sauce. Check it out. I'll put a link down below for that. And then 187 Barbecue, Home of Killer Barbecue, their new line of rubs. I got the beef rub out. I'll tag them down below, so their website. Check them out. Good buddy of mine. You might know one of the owners is Eduardo from American Barbecue Showdown on Netflix this last season. My boy repped out great for SoCal. So check them out. We got them seasoned up. We let them set for a little bit, let that seasoning kind of sweat in a little bit on them ribs. Now we're out on the grill, we're outside, and we're gonna fire them up. We're gonna set the smoker to 225 and just let it roll until it's done. We're gonna use my instant read thermometer, my Lightning instant read thermometer, to check tenderness and doneness. More than likely, we're gonna take these to about 205 or so. But like I said, we're going low and slow, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. If I feel like it needs a little bit more smoke after an hour or two, I may give it another batch of pellets, but we'll talk about that towards the end. We're gonna see how it goes, okay? We're gonna see how the bark sets up and if it's really necessary or not. Not much more to talk about on this one. Let's go ahead and get this wood fire grill fired up. Come on back, baby. There's our ribs looking gorgeous, lovely. Shut it down. We're going to the smoker setting. Like I said, we're going low and slow, so I'm gonna take it to 225. The default time is, I think 4 hours might be enough, but let's put it at 630 just in case. Again, we cook to internal temperatures. Do not go by time. This is just in case it takes more than the default time. I don't want to have to reset it as we go. Okay, the wood fire flavor fireball there is ready to go. We're gonna hit start and let it go through the ignition process. All right, we're about an hour in. Let's take a look. Get some great color. Smoke's still rolling. This is gonna be nice. Hour and a half in, I went ahead and switched this around, gave it a little turn. It was getting a little dark on the edges here, towards the edge of the grill. 180. These are gonna cook up a lot faster than I thought they would. That's okay. These back ones, they're a little thinner. While we have it open, we're gonna spritz it with a little W sauce, a little water. Just keep it nice and moist in there, build that bark. All right, we'll shut it down and check on it in about another hour or so. Might be ready to pull. Also, we just decided to go with the one round of smoke on there. We don't need to go two. These are pretty thin. It absorbed all it's gonna take. We're about 2 hours in. We're gonna go ahead and give these a temp check. These gotta be close to 200, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where they are on the grill. We're gonna check them out. We'll give you the temps, but once these are done, which is probably right now, we're gonna wrap them in little tin foil with some Wagyu beef tallow that I got online. I'll put a link down below for it. Just adds a little extra flavor as it's resting in there. All right, so I got some tin foil. Gonna put a little of that Wagyu tallow in there, Wagyu beef tallow, and then wrap it up fairly tight and just let it rest and chill out for about an hour. And we'll tuck into them and give them a try. All right, let's come check these out. Let's check out these beautiful ribs. Great color on them. Gonna be tender and juicy and lovely. Let's get some temps on them. All right, about $199, doing pretty good. They're all temping out, almost 200, if not at 200. Feeling probe tender. These are ready to come off and rest in that Wagyu fat. This is the Wagyu beef tallow, South Chicago packing. If you watch any kind of barbecue videos, you'll see this stuff. It's become so popular. So let's get it set up on this tin foil. Take just a couple spoonfuls. It's a little breezy today. Get it smeared out onto the tin foil here. We put the ribs on top of these. It'll melt that tallow and just add such a good flavor to them. Those bones got a nice bend. Gonna put it meat side down. Right. I know I didn't address this in the opening, but this was a little spare rib that was just not attached in the cryovac. So we just took it, wrap these up. Careful not to pierce the tin foil with the bones. So we're gonna let this chill out. We'll check on it about an hour, slice into it, it'll be lovely. Let these ribs rest. Probably longer than an hour. Kind of lost track of time. That's okay, it happens. All right, we got them on the cutting board here. We'll slice it up and take a bite. Come on down here, let's check it out. All right, let's get these bad boys out of here. Get them on the board. Looks like we had a little leak on the bottom. That's okay. That's okay. We just oiled my cutting board. That's all we did right there. Got our little lost soldier there. Go ahead and slice these off the bone here. Get you a close-up of these ribs. You can see how juicy it is. Nice. That fat is nice and rendered. Let's give these a try. Got us a nice big rib right there. Time to give it a bite. So tender. That Wagyu fat, really good. Love that 187 barbecue rub. That beef rub on there. Too freaking good. That right there is a nice, tender, beefy rib right there, baby. Guys, if you want to get yourself one of these Ninja Woodfire grills, links are down below. If you want to get anything I use in my videos, my knives, my cutting boards, merch, all that good stuff, those links are also down below. If y'all want to get my Ninja Woodfire E-Cookbook, there's a link down below for that too. It's only $5 to download. It's good stuff. Great recipes in there. All right. And we're working on a volume 2, so be on the lookout for that. Guys, if you want to become a show producer like all these awesome people scrolling in front of me, people that love a good beef rib, people that can never turn it down, hit that join button right next to the subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now. But other than that, guys, we are done. Listen, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.